The grapes is good, but y'all not gonna eat no blueberries?
Mm-mm.
And y'all eating before we even start the show.
Cheese good too.
I can't do that. Right.
But the grapes.
I'm glad y'all acting like this over the healthy snack that I decided to bring to tonight.
When mad about it.
Oh, was that good?
What is that? No.
You got your healthy water. Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to, that's exactly what I did. Welcome to the Recipe Podcast. We are live inside Bianca's Playhouse. And tonight we have Brother Jolly enjoying the grapes, not the blueberries, and the cheese. And we have Shay from Round the Way.
Hello.
And of course, you have your host, Bianca. Okay, TikTok, I'm going to have to come fix you. Because...
Just let it run. Let it run. You're going to get some show. You got to let the show go on.
Hold on, the fact... Both of y'all going to have to get it together for the show. I'm not giving y'all no more snacks before the show.
These grapes are slamming, ain't they, Shay?
Yes.
I marinated them for y'all.
We're going to use some blueberries.
Tonight's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is what is worse, dealing with a woman with daddy issues or a man with mommy issues? I think this is going to be a really good topic. I am excited to see what you guys think. I want you to chime in from everywhere. We have TikTok in the building. We have YouTube in the building. We have Facebook in the building tonight. So I would love for y'all to chime into this conversation and give me your take on the topic tonight as well. So let me know what you think. So we just going to jump right on in there, okay?
You see my phone?
Wait, what? What'd you lose?
Nothing.
Oh, the phone.
It's, y'all, they didn't eat no blueberries. The blueberries are what have the antioxidants in it to get your...
We good with the grape. Grapes is good.
No, make sure I ain't losing my phone.
Block of cheese is good.
Babe, let me see if home. Let me get this on. I gotta get them together, y'all. Because they all over the place.
I can't even get...
They all over the
I
place.
can't even get... I don't know how to work the phone.
You know what?
I didn't do that.
So I decided to do this topic tonight. I thought this would be a good topic because in relationships, both of these play a major part. If a woman comes into a relationship and has daddy issues, that's going to be a play.
It's somewhere in here.
It's in your bag, babe.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to carry on, sis.
If a woman has daddy issues and she goes into a relationship, those daddy issues are going to play a part in, are going to play a major part in that relationship. If she has not healed from those issues, if she has not addressed those issues, if she is pretending like it doesn't exist, but she definitely has them, they play a major part in a relationship. The same as men with mommy issues. Men with mommy issues. Oh, Lord, because I've dealt with it, I can speak on that. Men with mommy issues is huge in a relationship. Plays a huge part on how they treat the woman, how they are receptive of a woman's love. All of that plays a huge part. So I wanted to talk about all of that tonight. Ladies, if you've dealt with a man with mommy issues, let me know. Men, if you've dealt with a woman with daddy issues, let us know. Tell us which one you think is harder to deal with and why. So I'm just going to kick it off with saying, if a woman has daddy issues, then she's lacking security. She's lacking feeling secured, knowing what it's like to feel protected, like from a man's standpoint. And that's something that she's going to yearn. She's lacking feeling the love from a man from the beginning on, from early on in her life. So she's going to be looking for that love. You don't think that's true? Okay, you can think that it's not true. So you can chime in. You gonna get your special. This is my take.
Say this. We normally say this. We used to say it a lot or you feel like some of the viewers they are regulars and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But let me say this: our opinions may or may not be the same, and let me make that disclaimer right now, because just because somebody make a comment or that opinion or that view about something is just that. Unless we coming on
Absolutely.
here talking about, hey, you can research this book and this is that and the third or whatever the case may be, it's just our opinion. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So don't be watching the show and be like, oh well, Jolly or Shake. Nah, look, we're not doing that. These are just our opinions. This
Yeah.
is just based off of some of the personal experiences we've had, and then
Mhm.
some of the personal experience that people have shared with us. Let me
Absolutely.
be very clear about that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad you cleared that up because I feel like even the people that chime in order for you to chime in and tell us your thoughts on it, you would have to have, well, not everybody experiences it. Sometimes people form an opinion and give judgment and give their opinion based off of what they think as opposed to what they've lived. And I think that's what causes a lot of angry debates because if you have somebody that's experienced it and then somebody that hasn't, it's like, no, I know this to be true because I experienced it. However,
Some people
everybody's
too.
right, and exactly, and everybody's experience is even going to be different because my experience with because what I was starting to say before was, you know, a woman with daddy issues, she's going to be lacking some things and looking for some things in life that she could have got from her father and didn't, and look for those things in a man. A man that lacks mommy issues, I'm gonna say I believe unintentionally will be looking for those things in a woman. And
I'm just saying, I'm
No.
making sure we good.
Now
Go
we'll
ahead,
take
I'm
that.
listening.
No.
Okay,
Is it
good.
showing?
Okay, girl.
I don't know.
You gotta calm down. You sound like
Why
you
they
was
gonna
about
cut
to
us
have,
off?
Yeah.
and you sound like you was
they're
having.
banned. They're banned.
But go ahead.
You sound
It's
like
not.
you was having an aneurysm.
Mhm.
You okay?
Yeah, they're
You
banned.
choking on a grape? That grape went down the wrong pipe. You okay, baby? Okay.
F1 in the group chat. F1 in the group chat. F1 in the group chat.
Okay.
Hey, Grip.
Okay, but yeah, so the same as with a man. Like a man, he will unintentionally be looking for things in a woman. If he didn't get that mother's love, then he's gonna be looking for. So I personally think a man who has mommy issues is worse than a woman that has daddy issues because a man. So this is gonna be mine off the rip, right? A man with mommy issues, I've dealt with several, and that's another reason I have the opinion. But a man with mommy issues is going to be looking for that nurturing, that love, but also looking unintentionally to make a woman pay for what his mother didn't do. So,
Oh, that's deep.
yeah, absolutely. Like,
that's a different approach. I like that, but go ahead.
yeah, like it's like, and I'm saying unintentional because I do not believe anybody has the intention to go out here and just tear a person down. Like everybody is going when you go to date and get into a relationship, right? And that's
I mean,
I don't
yeah,
believe, but it
because
could be.
remember you was talking about them people who should have been Dyson, you know, or swallowed.
Oh,
Child,
Okay,
Lord
true.
help us all.
Or put on the bed.
Oh, put on the bed. Oh, put on the
bed.
bed. Some I'm gonna remember. Yeah.
Some.
But yeah, but like if a man has mommy issues, from my experience, it's like I want my mom, I want that love, I want that nurturing, and when they see you doing that as a mom, also, it's like they're tapped into their childhood, and because they didn't get it, it causes them to treat you a certain type of way, you know, in a negative way. And I don't really believe it's intentional. I believe it's unhealed trauma that needs to be dealt with. And because it's not dealt with for a man, it's a little harder because men aren't easily going to therapy. You know, you kind of have to get them to understand, like, listen, you have an issue, you need to talk to a therapist, you need to go to therapy. Like a woman, we cry about 5 or 6 times and we get here, we gotta go to therapy. Okay, you know what, I want to talk anyway because we like to talk, so we gonna go ahead to therapy and talk about our issues. And if it's that we have daddy issues, then it'll come out in therapy. So it's to me, it's harder to deal with a man with mommy issues because it's harder to get him to heal from those issues. It's hard to deal with anybody with any unhealed trauma.
Absolutely.
But a woman with daddy issues, we can go to therapy, and I'm a product of it. Look.
Hey, yo.
Look at me. Look at okay, baby.
Let me jump in here for a second, right? So, sorry, not the door.
Oh wait.
So,
Oh, you didn't.
No, that's why I did what I did. I ain't worrying about it.
Okay.
At all.
Eat the cheese.
Trust me, I got 15 reasons not to sweat it. So here's what I'm saying. I think that you're absolutely right. Obviously, as a man, I can agree with that to an extent. For the most part, I'm not knocking you saying no, it's not true.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm saying to an extent is because I truly believe at this day and age, more and more men are coming more open about their feelings.
That's very true.
Being in a position where as though, yo, I legitimately have some issues, and this is why I'm constantly doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I can't speak on that for myself, but I can speak from shared experiences. And I noticed that you got more, like I said, you have more and more men speaking about these things. But as far as the guys that's out there, that's like, okay, no, I'm not going to do it. That's how guys be talking.
Yeah.
Unless you had that heart to heart with a guy from one man to another man, or it can come from another part. A lot of these guys, they're not trying to tap into that trauma. And that's where, you look at like the physical abuse and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff come in. And I'm not condoning anything. It's one thing to lash out, but then there's another thing to do something and be habitual with it. Because you see this as a norm. I don't see it as a norm because of some personal experiences that I witnessed firsthand growing up. So when it comes to getting physical and stuff like that, it's like, yo, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
You gotta really tap out. You know what I mean? You really, really gotta tap out of those situations because it's like, remember that movie Spike Lee joint, He Got Game?
I
with
do
Denzel
remember.
Washington? And he wasn't habitual at it, but he lashed out and he did something to his wife, and that was it. You know what I mean? So shows like that, you know what I mean? Lord, they don't make good movies like that no more. But I'm just saying, stuff like that was prime examples of what can happen. He lashed out, but he didn't obviously intend on killing her. But because he was so, but this is what happened, and this is why
devastated.
Exactly, and this is why it's important for men to tap in on these situations like this, so that you can go out there and get the help. Now, from the woman's side, that's another thing too that I can say. Y'all may go and get that, but some women be in denial about having those issues because when you're getting with a man, you're supposed to build with him.
Absolutely.
Right? And I was just telling somebody about this the other day. It's some things that I later on found out even about my own grandparents, right? But what I do notice, or haven't noticed as I continue to get older, when my grandfather's health declined, my grandmother didn't start like, because of all this stuff that took place in our past, throughout our relationship, like I'm out of here. No, they actually stuck together and they build together. No different than what your people's.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know some stuff, and then there's some stuff I don't know that you only know.
Yeah.
But I definitely can say I witnessed things, and at the end of the day, your pops was there to the end.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
real shit.
Absolutely.
You don't have that no more because what's happening is, and I think we talked about this on one of the shows, a lot of men and women are reversing roles.
That's very true.
Yo, dudes don't want to step up to the plate, and it don't matter, and in y'all cases different, obviously, but you don't have people wanting to build no more. Rather, you got the guys like, okay, I'm going to sit at home and I'm going to rock out like this. And the women out here, and they going out there and getting it. Nobody wants to build no more. They
But
already,
is that? But
Is that the
is
unhealed?
that? No, that's not even the unhealed. That's because that's what they have seen.
and that's the thing because now here's when you get into, and I wish my cousin was here. He'd really go into this stuff. But here's when you get into what happened with the government. We all know that unless it was like and I'm guessing you can probably speak on this too from your past experience, that with those housings and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
it's you and them, not you, him, and the kids.
Yeah.
It's you and the kids.
Yeah.
The government comes in and play that role.
Yeah.
Now we can obviously fight that, but oftentimes people not doing that. And the guys, because they don't want to fight, like I'm going through it right now. A friend of mine, I just hung up on the phone with him. He's going through it right now. Whereas though, okay, we split, the kids stay with you. It's not my choice.
Yeah.
Now, I'm thankful that I'm in a position where as though it's weird awkwardness, and I'm not trying to throw shade at either one of them because I'm thankful that they, with the help of the Most High, brought my children to this world.
Yeah.
But it's okay. But I still try to play that role so my daughters don't have to look and say, okay, what is a man?
Exactly.
Like, what does that mean? Like, what should I look for? You know what I mean? Like, am I sure this is what I want? Am I not sure this is what I want? Like, so they got to get their dates. As much as they piss me off, even the ones that's not from myself, they piss me off. And, okay, all right, I got to try to still figure this out because I always tell women that, yo, if you're not careful, paying attention to your daughters, what's going to happen is they're not getting the love from the father. They're going to go seek the love outside of the house.
Absolutely.
And that's why you
And
got
that's
a
the
lot of those
dangerous
sisters.
part.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the dangerous
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it's definitely one of those things.
Gets on my nerves.
It's definitely one of those things that
And he
What-
his thumb.
without that,
Dang,
Yo.
I didn't even see that.
What?
You had to use your thumb too?
no,
Oh.
yo, she still slouched in that chair, yo. So,
Yo, she is.
so
though.
when you look at it, what do they see? Women in these relationships, because I know I said a lot, but women in these relationships, when they're not used to having an understanding of what that is. A lot of women think that my husband is supposed to be my daddy. My boyfriend is supposed to be my daddy.
But is
No.
that because some of them make them feel that way, treat them that way, the superiorness? Because a lot of men will come in,
Mhm.
and that's what will attract a daddyless
Mhm.
girl. You know, is having a man stepping in, being so superior, and so, and because they're confusing that with
But therein lies
daddy.
the problem. That's the thing. That's the problem
They're
right there.
confusing it like.
I
That's
don't know.
the-
For me, it's like even if you don't have a father, you have father figures.
And see, so that's the point that I was gonna make to what you were saying or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
while my parents split somewhere going into my teens, give or take, I still had that. I had your father.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the things that happen in our community that's in the open and not in the opening, though it's a lot of good dudes that help raise a lot of, they played pivotal roles in a lot of the young men that grew up inside of the Muslim community.
Yeah.
A lot of them. So, you know, and I'm not saying my father's gone or whatever, but, you know, he was, you know, moving how he was moving.
Mm-hmm.
And in that absent, that voided space, it had to be filled coming from a man.
Yeah.
And that's when I had people in the community, like I said, your father and other brothers that people know. Some of them people may not like. But the point is, they were still there. They were still there because those were the guys.
Misguiding. Some were misguiding, and some were guiding.
Now, hey, I ain't saying some of
I'm just
those
saying.
left turns I made in life.
Okay.
They wasn't like, oh, well, this is how you do this.
Mm-hmm.
But in all honesty, it's like I had that. But then what about, like you said, the people who the sisters who don't have that? What happens is, now I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking at that and they're thinking like that. You good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know what's good now.
They're looking like that and they're thinking like that because they're like, okay, this guy is coming in and he's doing these things. I never had these things or I never experienced them. You never experienced them because the absence of your father.
Right.
In the absence of a positive role model in your life as far as from a male side.
Yeah.
Because I believe that women can raise men. I do believe that. Now, do I think that you're going to get those same things that you're going to get from a guy? No, because your son fall. I don't know. You're a little bit different. She's a little bit different. Maybe with you.
Hold on.
She's a little bit different.
Bring
She's
it
a
back.
little bit different because her son fall. She might.
Bring it back.
See
Bring it
back.
But honestly, but you know how.
But your pops though, he like get your ass up. Your brother like get your ass up.
But you know, I have two sons, and you know, my oldest son, my older son, I wasn't like that with. I'm like that with my younger son, and honestly, I believe just because I wasn't able to be like that with my oldest son. I just watched a video the other day of me with my oldest son when he was like 3. Now, because I'm a punk now, it made me emotional because I was being so hard on him in the video. Like, Kyrie, get up. Like, the way I was talking to him hurt my feelings because I'm like, dang, girl, why was you so stern like that? But I think because his father wasn't around early on, it made me feel like I gotta be hard. I can't, like, it made me feel like I had to be the man and the woman immediately because I was so afraid of him growing up without his father. Whereas though with my son now, my baby son, well, he's not a baby, he's 13, but you know what I'm saying, my younger son.
Viewers, is she not proving my point?
Because he's a baby now. Now I'm just like, now I'm like, I'm a completely different mom. But I love how you just said, like, a woman can raise a man, because what I don't understand when I hear people say a woman can't raise a man, I be thinking, like, there's so many men who grew up without their father. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, let me help him. But there's so many men out here, amazing men, that grew up without their fathers, and they are men. So to make that statement and say, like, yeah, but a woman can't raise a man to be a man, when there's so many men that are men. Now, no, they might not be the man they would have been had they had a father, but they still grew up to be good men. They still grew up to be men.
Well, see, that's the thing. Notice I very specifically said, and I didn't say specifically. I know people say, oh, y'all from Baltimore. I said specifically. That's why I use those particular words. I do believe that a woman can raise a boy
to be a man.
But I don't believe that a woman can teach a boy how to be a man.
Oh, of course not. I mean, she's a woman.
And so that's why I said this. I want to be clear on that.
Yeah, she's a
woman. Some of my guy viewers might be like, yo, Jolly a sucker, yo, you know what I mean? I ain't know.
Oh, y'all shut up. Shut up. Because, no, and that's what I think, like, because you spoke on a few minutes ago, the gender reversal, like the gender roles being reversed, and you know, and I believe that has happened also due to trauma. That's happened because a lot of, like, I don't think, well, not there are some.
Let's scale that back. Let me. Trauma. You don't want to put that on society.
Why would you put trauma on society?
No, not the trauma.
What?
The role switching.
Why would you put that on society? Why would you put that on society?
Come on, man. Cool. I put it on the screen. You live. Chill out, Jarvis.
Why would you blame that on society?
Because look at the things. Case in point, and I ain't going to carry on because she got the floor and it's my fault.
No,
that we
actually,
leave.
I got the floor.
Oh, excuse me.
But go ahead, continue.
She was
No,
on the
but
floor.
actually, it was my turn because
Well,
both of y'all went on.
Oh, you right.
Well,
you right.
if
But
you
wait a
start
minute.
eating the cheese and grapes,
I ain't had not damn piece of cheese.
I bet
What were
you
you
did.
saying,
I bet
Charlie?
you did.
So what I'm saying is, I feel like it's part of it, or a lot of it, is due to society, is because look at how things are now. If you look at the clothes, look at the way the men are dressing. If you look at, I'm not going to necessarily say music, but obviously music is a part of it because it's there. That's part of our, our thing here.
Mhm.
But then you also look at what's being put out there in the atmosphere on shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What was the most drama? Something, if you off the top of your head, what the network TV shows? What was one of the most drama-filled TV shows?
Back in the day, or you talking about now?
No, back in the day.
College Park.
College Park.
College Hill.
Okay, right.
Okay, I was gonna say a different world.
What? Okay, right. So just those two alone, and the most crazy stuff we had was what? Realistically, Jerry Springer.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's really what
And
we
that
got.
was drama.
That's what I'm saying.
And Ricky Lake.
Yeah, people was glued to that TV.
That's
Ricky
what I'm
Lake.
saying.
Yeah.
But look what's out there now, yo.
It's crazy.
Is it not? So like, and people are watching that. So I have a Netflix. I mean, not a Netflix. What the hell you call that thing? I got Paramount, Peacock, Prime, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go to some of my accounts,
Send me the
yeah, I got you, no problem.
I got everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
watch football games.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I need right there.
I got you. So when I go on those joints and I watch and I look at some of the, because I just click on everyone or whatever, and I'm like, yo, I know damn well I'm not watching this stuff. And you got on some of these network joints, you got Real Housewives of this. You know what I mean? You got other shows similar to that.
All of that reality TV, yeah.
And like a lot of
Baddies
people
is the worst thing that I think ever. Like I thought Girls Gone Wild was horrible when we were kids.
But remember, even
Shout out to one of your brothers that was on there.
but check this out. I plead the fifth. But check this out. But check this out.
Yes.
Even with that though, right? Remember, that wasn't something that was free. Like that was like
yeah, you had to pay for it to get it. I
You know what
never
I'm
even
saying?
saw
You had
it.
to be like 18 or older or something like that to even. Those are the things that they used to promote.
But now we
heavily.
can just see it.
No, you guys still pay for it. And
On some of those shows, but
Oh,
like,
shoes. Oh, yeah.
but those
But
other
it's
joints.
still easily.
That's
it's
what I'm
more.
saying.
It's way more. It's way easy. It's easier.
that's because our
access.
parents put a lot of restrictions on us.
You don't think they was necessary?
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely
I
necessary.
mean, they were, but that's what I'm saying. Like
if our parents was today, like if we were younger today, and all this technology and stuff we had, our parents would have so many restrictions. First of all, we probably still wouldn't have cell phones until we 18.
You
Okay.
remember at the 9 o'clock?
Yes. Like,
I'm sorry.
He is still married. He couldn't get on the phone.
like for real. Like minutes wasn't free, so until at 9.
So that's why I blame society or a big part of it on society because.
But is it society or is it lack of parenting and accountability?
I will accept that 100%. And therein lies the problem. When you grew up, you would fight your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all would still be.
Look, I mean, yeah. You would like tussle your friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I
Y'all
did.
will argue and still.
And it'd be cool the next day. Yeah.
Shit, now you might need to call me up for a vest or something.
Yeah, like real spill.
Like real.
But I really believe that's a mixture of because we have been so lenient with the children and allow them to have, and it might sound harsh, but allow them to have certain access to things and give them grace and mercy because we didn't have that. And that's where the buck got dropped and it stopped. Because we wanted to give children an experience that we did not have. And
I think because I think also, not even just that we wanted to give them an experience that we didn't have, but we started enjoying the experience ourselves that we didn't have, and because we kind of got
Mhm.
sucked into it ourselves. Like, I mean, because even right now, if we were sitting in a room and your kids was over there and our kids were over here, and we were just sitting here and nobody, like, we're waiting for the show, we're waiting for it to be time for the show to start. We're all on our phones in our own world. Our kids are on their phones in their own world because we're all experiencing something that we didn't get to. We are experiencing something we didn't experience before, and because another reason I feel like we're all adults, so we're adulting, and our phones are our escape most of the time. Like, you might escape into your game, you might escape into football. I might
But it's
escape
not
into
even.
editing the damn
But
show.
it's.
We need to be
But
doing
it's
something
not
else.
even just
But I feel
that.
like
It's not even just about phones. It's about the discipline, and I'm not even talking about just beating children, and structure in homes. We have definitely, like, our generation has definitely, like, dropped the ball when it comes to the youth today, because of being so lenient and free,
and I think
and
that's
let
because
me
of a
not,
domino
like,
effect. Like,
choke you so much,
yeah,
so
because
that you can be free enough to be comfortable enough to talk to me.
So
to
as
be
a
who you are,
child
like,
living in your parents' house, you know, you'll not had a similar upbringing, but and people don't think we're jumping on top because it all ties into. It's still going to go back to the words, but we're just talking about the backstory of this issue of the man, the backstory, the issue of the women, because it starts from when you're coming up and what you're seeing and stuff like that. So don't think that we're
absolutely.
going on topic. Just chill, follow us for a second. So let me ask
Yeah,
you this.
that's
I know that if I was able to have company, I mean, in my case, that it was pretty much like over the weekend, and if it wasn't over the weekend, it was like a Friday to a Saturday. It was never a Saturday, a Friday for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was never a Friday, Saturday. You go home on Sunday.
Mm.
No, it was a Friday. You go home on Saturday because school is on Monday,
Yeah.
and you
Absolutely.
got to start cleaning up and preparing
Yeah.
yourself
Yes.
and all that stuff.
Yes.
That's that structure.
Yes.
Also, until I moved out my house, my mother's house, or in my case, my grandparents' house, I wasn't able to hang out. Like when I got out of school, I probably went to the basketball court. I was never an athlete, but I fell in love with something else. But I had to come straight home.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird to me that it's like you can slide off and do this, or you
Yeah,
can
that
dip
it
up.
is absolutely
Right?
not acceptable.
Yeah.
It's not acceptable.
You didn't have that either?
Yeah.
No, I did not have that.
I didn't even have what y'all have right now. Okay, so
Like,
I mean,
even-
y'all know
even
what
with,
y'all
like-
know my dad.
Even with, like, helping raise my brothers, when they had to, like, completely come and stay with me, I had to, like, really place foundation and structure. Like, when you come home from school, take off your school clothes, do your homework. You get what I'm saying? If you want to go outside, put on your street clothes. Go ahead outside.
Bingo.
But if you don't want to go outside, take a shower. Go ahead and get in the shower, get yourself ready for dinner. It was structure. Uniforms, take it out. Have it lined out, because when you get up in the morning, ain't no, you need to be out of my door at a certain time so you can make sure that you're in school on time. And because it was like bam, 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 they kind of like, they started liking that. Even though it was a form of, they were first combated. You know,
Absolutely.
they ain't,
Men fear what they don't
yeah, they
understand.
ain't want to hear that. They ain't come from that. They used to doing what they want to do because my aunt was sick, running over top of her, finessing her type stuff. So when they got there, they was kind of like, our sister, we ain't got to listen to you. But when I put, things in order, they started liking how it was and they complied.
You took them from chaos to structure.
Right.
And
That's
they
a
started
beautiful
thing.
complying. And when they started complying, it actually changed one of my brothers. Like, in a blink of an eye, he became a pretty boy. He didn't like his nails being dirty. He didn't like his uniform being any kind of way. because he went from survivor mode to structure mode. Even though it's something that he didn't like because it was things that he like had to do that he didn't want to do. I gotta go to school. I gotta do my homework. If I don't come in here with a good report card, it's gonna be repercussions and consequences. It's not just gonna be, yeah, I came in here with a bad report card. No, absolutely not. You're
But
gonna
the
go to
environment changed.
yeah,
And
you're
the
gonna go to
environment-
after school. You're gonna go to coach class. I need signatures of all your coach class teachers. And at this point, they was in high school. I ain't care because I know that just because I tell you to do something don't mean you're gonna do it. So I had all the teachers sign and put comments every day like they had an order, and they didn't like it at first, but they complied.
So I believe you, like the type of person that you are. Like who is somebody in your childhood that you saw give that type of parenting to you? Who, name somebody that you can say like, this person instilled that in me, and that's why I'm able to instill it to my siblings.
My aunt.
Your aunt.
Mhm.
So the type of child you must have been, you embraced that. Either you embraced it, whether it was positive or negative, you embraced it, you received it, you digested it, and you held on to it so that you could implement it when you got older.
Mm-hmm. And my grandmother. So it was like a little sentiment of everything.
Okay, and your grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and your aunt, are you talking about, is this an aunt that you like?
Yeah.
Okay. So I asked that because, I'm all in her business, but I asked that because I'm just saying.
The one you like?
The one you think, some ain't really like y'all. It's like, no, don't get it. But, no, because one of the reasons a person will parent differently than what they were parented is because of how they were parented. Because they weren't able to receive it with love. They weren't able to receive it in a way where it was a positive feeling.
Yeah.
For you, everything down to old people telling you that cats were sneaky and superstition, you embrace everything that an old person told you. You embrace everything that they taught you, everything that they said. You know those conversations that old people had around us that we was listening to when we weren't supposed to be? Well, Shay digested those, and it has become a way of her life. So for her, it's easy for her to implement teaching and that type of structure to her siblings that she took in when they were in high school, because she'd been waiting for the opportunity. You feel me? However,
That's a lie.
I'm just, and you implemented that on her.
I did, but
But so it's like every chance you get, even with our kids, she be waiting for them to do anything so that she could. She be waiting like she just be, so, and then sometimes she'll go off and say and start fussing about something, and the kids will be like, "What?" She be like, "Oh, never mind. It don't even matter. It doesn't matter. I still said it. You should still do it, even though you didn't do it. I thought you did. I thought you did it. I thought okay. Anyway, go to bed." The truth choking the shit out of her. Right? The truth is choking her. So I'm only saying that because what she said sounds amazing. Okay. Yes, children need discipline. Yes, the way you discipline them, that all goes into play on how they will become and all that good stuff. We parent differently, and society is different today because we parent differently because a lot of us were parented by broken parents. A lot of us were parented by parents who needed to be in therapy, who needed to have some healing, and they didn't. Yeah. So when we talk about the breakdown in society and saying it's a society issue, we can say that because it's the village. You know, like, you know, I'm big on the village. And one of the reasons I have a huge problem with the Islamic Society of Baltimore in the city is because, to me, they were a village that failed me as a child. Because if you see one person, if you see a child that's broken, everybody should be able to come and teach. But if everybody is broken, then how they gonna help this child? So when it comes to teaching and forming structure, a lot of parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles were broken and doing some broken stuff in the household, as we all know. So it's like the breakdown in society, to me, and I know it's coming from a counselor, advocate, trauma specialist type person, but it's because there's generational trauma
Yeah.
that has caused a breakdown in our society and in our communities, and it has mama's boys, my boys out here that their moms, didn't fail to be mothers to them. There's some girls that mothers fail to be mothers to them. There's boys that have fathers that are fatherless. There's boys.
There's kids with both parents.
Yeah, there's orphans. I mean, there's a huge breakdown. But the reason I brought this particular topic is because lately, in conversations, I've been having these conversations about, the mama's boy or and I just recently saw somebody on social media publicly ridiculing somebody for being a mama's boy, and I was like, dang, like it's like you can't win. Like it's either you're a mama's boy or you got mommy issues, one or the other. And I think that's another issue with our society. People are so judgmental, and people are so quick to diagnose you and to talk about you and tell you what your issues are, especially in relationships. You know what I mean? Whether it's a friendship relationship or I'm auntie, nephew, like they feel like they have a place in your life, so they have the right to be able to say this is the issue with you.
Well,
so,
let me interject for a 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a relationship, right? You want this?
Please.
Where's the heat? The fuck? Like,
I got on this huge. This thing is thick.
Man,
I wore it just because I knew it'd be cold.
let me see what M Dot over there doing over there. Snuggle up. So
Good.
I'm telling you, we wore thick clothes today.
So I'm saying, like, I just feel like I just feel like
I'm sad.
sometimes when you're looking at these issues, now that we kind of like, boom, boom, we kind of like pinball machine around
Yeah.
the root of those issues.
Yeah.
And we bring it back to the table. From a man, I personally think that it is men, but you have those pocket of women who, because they didn't have their pops, they're looking for this. Shorty, I'm your man, not your pops. Your pops go out and buy you what you want you to have or stuff like that, or you experience that. But I don't feel obligated, relationship or not, to just jump out there and be like, let me slave so I can come up with this, especially with the career that I have, my career path rather. I don't feel obligated, and I feel offended almost when it's asked to take on something that's not my responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel that way because, like me and my guy was having a conversation about earlier, he was saying that people feel obligated just because you are the man, not realizing that my job is for us to work together, and when those shortcomings happen, I am supposed to step up to the plate.
Yeah.
My job is not to come in and take on all these shortcomings and still try to manage what we got and still trying to manage my own shit.
Mm-hmm.
So when you coming at a man, speaking from a man's point of view, all right?
Okay.
Women right there. Speaking from a, it's a lot to take on responsibilities. Sometimes we can handle it, but oftentimes I feel like sometimes people, some women, because of those issues that they didn't tackle with their pops or those experiences that they didn't have with him, they come at us and expect us to deal with those issues. I had a conversation with you, that's right, her, and you even said to me one day, And we've always had this relationship where it's like we've been cool, um, but I don't like we just always been cool. It's never really been no. We just always been cool,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thankful for that.
It
But
may allow us to continue.
I mean, but what you said to me, what I believe some women don't understand, or the ones that I've dealt with, don't understand that I'm not your property, honey.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
God's property.
That's right.
I don't belong to you. I
Yeah.
belong to the Most High.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those level of expectancies that you have,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I can do.
Yeah.
But I recently had to take back my self peace because I felt like I was drowning and over concerning myself with things that were already in place before I got there. And if I didn't take the steps to regain my sanity, I would have crashed. And one of my good friends had texted me. It was a month ago, 2 months ago, whatever the case may be. And the text message, the text message was, "How are you doing? How is your mental?" And I was saying to myself, like, wow, this person never asked me like how I was mentally doing.
Wow.
And it took me, I was taken aback, to be honest, because it's not oftentimes that men get to wake up and be like, yo, I am really mentally overwhelmed, and I'm not sure that we need to step back. I'm mentally overwhelmed, and I'm not sure what's going to happen with us tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And a person look at that and say, "Oh, babe, go ahead and take a break,
Yeah.
take a breather."
Yeah.
Now I can go to my mother and have that conversation. Some guys can't go to their mother and have that conversation because their mothers have issues, or they got the kind of mother where as though, because you've heard about those stories where the women jump in a relationship, and I'm sure you probably have too, where they jump in a relationship and that's her focus.
Mm-hmm.
That's her focus right there.
Mm-hmm.
That rod, that guy, nothing else. And I feel like that's totally wrong.
Oh my God, I literally just had that conversation with my daughter on the way down here because someone we know, like, just understanding a mother, like I still, even with all my research, my studying, I don't understand a mother's lack of nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. Like, for me, I had a desire to be with a man, to have a lasting relationship. But my desire for my children's mental, emotional, financial, stability was so much more important. So for me, if a man wasn't doing right by my children, it was out the door. But there's so many people in I'll say the age range of like 18 to 25 right now, who have parents that are in a different mindset. They're like and because my kids know, like, I'm that mom, they're like, "Ma, this just happened. Like, this mother just put her child out and just got married. This mother just
sad stories. I just want to say that those are sad stories. I
Yes.
recently heard about a couple of them.
Yeah, and it's like I don't understand, and I don't want to honestly understand that mindset, because there's no way. Like, now I've got to places with my kids, because my kids could never do no wrong to me, but now
Proof in the pudding.
okay, they done driven me crazy, but I love them beyond this world, and they are still my children. So to choose to say, yeah, no, I'm going to rock with this relationship, and you figure out Like, that's insane to me. So you just making that statement like that, just, it's like, I don't understand that. And yeah, I don't get that. And that's why, again, I guess that's like another draw, another stick for the a fatherless woman being worse, because a fatherless woman, her inability to tap in with her kids and her ability to go 1,000% hard for a man as opposed to going 1,000% hard for a kid. Maybe that's worse, because one thing for sure, two things for certain to me. A man with mommy issues is not about to risk it all for a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't about to happen. He gonna be like, I just saw today, like, I saw a father fighting for his child today. It was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. I haven't seen that in a long time. Like, this man ran after his child because the mother was trying to take the child before the child's time. And this man, and I'm talking about a grown man like you, like full beard, running. I was looking for my grandson, so I'm just like looking for my grandson, and I see this happening, and I hear him yelling like, "No, it's my time, it's my time," and he grabbed his grandson, and I'm like, "Sorry, excuse me, do you know the soccer practice?" Because I really could not find my grandson. So then when he turned around, I swear I probably never gonna forget this moment. He turned around, and I'm laughing, but it's not funny. He turned around and had his son like grabbed him up against him and was like, "This is my son, and it's my time right now. I have him till 6 o'clock." And I was like, "Whoa, I apologize, but do you know if the soccer practice?" Because I can't find my grandson. But I'll never forget his face, because I was thinking to myself, like, that's got to be painful to have to fight to get your child, hold your child for a period of time, like, and have to take them back. And why was that mother so adamant about taking the child during that time that he had to run and snatch him? Like, that is, again, what is it, y'all? Unhealed trauma, or her part, her part, because you should want your child to be with, unless he's a psycho.
Hurt people. So.
Hurt people do hurt people, cause he was broken up, but she was so mad that he got the little boy, because she didn't notice that he was running behind her. So when she turned around and seen him, she was like, dang, I meant, like, and I was looking like, this is crazy. God forgive me, but I really couldn't find my grandson, so I did have to kind of intervene about the grandchild. But I was just watching it, and now it just keep replaying in my mind, like, this woman was okay. Like, this woman face, like, was like, dang, like, more of this nigga, like, like a smart. And he was like, he took that boy, he was like, this is my son. Like, and I was like, sir, I'm not trying to take his son. I ain't went to school. I'm actually looking for my grandson.
So let me say this, right? That is definitely traumatizing.
Yes. Even for the child.
Stuff,
more so.
You shared some stuff on the show, as well as you shared. And I've experienced some stuff as well. But another side of that coin, with the men having those issues, is it was a term, I can't quite think of that term right off top, but it was a term where a mother, it might sound crazy, but a mother gives too much, and a man goes into a relationship expecting the same thing. And that's why I said it's another side of that coin.
That is.
This is why you gotta really pay attention to small things and how to stuff like that, because you gotta start questioning that other side of that, because that like doing too much of something, it's a term. I can't think of the term.
It's still mommy issues.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. It's just another side.
Yeah.
We were initially, talking about the absentee, this, that, but it's that other side where as though you're doing too much You're doing way too much now.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta be, all that. You know what I mean? And guys will go into a relationship,
Expecting
the movie,
that.
Baby Boy.
Or even Think Like a Man. Remember, or was it Think Like a Man
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
I forgot his name.
The young guy.
Yeah.
The young guy, yeah.
And his mother was in the
Terrence.
room next.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
And they idolize their mother, so they're looking for their mother in whoever they are with. You know what I was thinking about?
That's a real issue.
What do you think about somebody that marries somebody or is in a relationship with somebody that looks like their mother?
It's no way.
That's
It's
nasty.
no way. It's no way. It's
weird.
no way. Hell to
That's
the motherfucking
fucking
no.
weird.
Hell no.
And I don't even know why you would ask that.
Because when
That's
I was
some
thinking
wild
about
shit,
when
bro.
I was thinking about mommy issues,
That's some wild shit.
That's creepy.
when I was thinking about mommy issues, of course I was thinking about my past relationships and the issues that I've dealt with the mommy issues. But one of my exes has children with a woman that looks like his mom.
Yo, you gotta be no.
I'm not lying. Even wears glasses just like his mom. Literally looks like his mom.
Nah, I'm good.
I was like, I know he has severe mommy issues, but that's way wicked.
I think that's past the point of it being a whole traumatizing thing more so than you sexualizing your mother at that point.
Oh,
Because and again that's also where that
yeah.
overly stuff going to come in.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
that's why.
Like real talk.
Was,
my grandmother, when I see her today, she played a role in raising me. Yo, I be dapping her up. I'm not saying I got a problem with it because I'm homosexual. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just dapped them up. It's funny to me.
Yeah.
That's the kind of, I got that kind of comedic relationship.
And your grandmother's that kind of grandmother.
Yeah, she is. You feel me? Even my mother sometimes, once in a while, I hit her with the, and she be like, boy, I'm not playing with you. But again, it's that overly, you doing too much now, Mom.
Yeah.
Draw a line. You have to draw a line.
Yeah.
Because if you don't draw that line, he gonna get out there and he gonna be looking at this woman, and this is what he's gonna be expecting from this woman.
Yeah.
I can't sit back. Now, one thing I will say, and I kind of got over the years and got kind of lazy with it, yo, it'd be people that I probably wouldn't even talk to had I been looking at somebody similar to my mother because, yo, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Seen it too. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I see you.
So,
hey,
yo, if you go to my mother's house,
and the hat really caught.
it is.
Show the people.
They see it. They see it the whole time. They see it the whole time.
Hold on.
So, if, yo, you tweaking now.
Oh, wait, there we go. TikTok be playing. TikTok be like, listen, are you here or are you not? We're cutting it off.
My mother, she's one of them people is though, and this is why I'm like, it'd be crazy. Yo, my mother will come to my place and will see a spoon, a cup, in the sink, and the mail that I just walked in the door 10 minutes before she came in the door, that I took out the mailbox and laid there on the coffee table. She'd come in, wash them dishes, stack up the mail, even though one of them just off a little bit because I just dropped it down. You drop it down, the weight of the top one probably slid off a little bit. She'd come in, look at all these dishes. I'm like, Umi, what dishes? Yo, that's how I grew up.
So
I
wait,
grew
so
up
if
in
your
a household,
woman, if your woman don't do that, do you have a problem with that?
And that's why I said I gotta relax because I grew up like that. Yo, you know all my siblings. You should reach out to one of them now. They'll tell you, yo, my mother was like that. Like she didn't play, and there's people in the community that she used to go to and help organize stuff for them, stuff like that as we was growing up or whatever. Yo, she ain't play that. So I know, and I'm only mentioning because you mentioned like dudes look. Nah, I don't know. That's definitely weird or whatever.
But are you looking for those traits in a woman there? I mean, because I feel like the mother is supposed to, even the father is supposed to lay down a foundation of what it is that a woman is or what it is that a man is. I mean, my mom taught me how to take care of a man. My mom is the one who taught me how to um like treat my husband. Like she's the one who gave me that knowledge, but my father taught me how a man was supposed to treat me.
That part right there is a rarity. A lot of women know what to expect from a man,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't know how to treat a man.
Yeah.
They know what I'm supposed to, it's supposed to be, is it, but they really don't. So
Yeah.
when you ask that question, I say there are certain foundations. One of the biggest foundations that I would honestly say I got from her is, well, two things actually. A lot of people don't know. She went with the brother for a minute. A lot of people don't know she got a tolerance too. But it's the sticking through.
Yeah.
It's the all right. You don't gotta go out there. We gotta go out there.
Yes.
We gotta go out there because see, people get so consumed with I supposed to make this. You supposed to make this. Babe, it's not a fairy tale. This is life.
Yeah.
We gotta go out there and get it together.
Absolutely.
Because if I'm always pulling more than you, or always trying to figure out more than you, I'm going to be more tired than you.
Yeah.
That's going to have a toll on our relationship.
Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I'm definitely overwhelmed. Yes, that's so true. That's why it's so important. I mean, I love, when people call, and people be like, oh yeah, your partner, instead of saying my wife, they'll be like, your partner, and I'll be like, you damn right, yeah, she my partner, because it's so important in every relationship to have to be partners, to pour into each other, and to acknowledge, like one of the things I love is, like, I'm able to be her therapist, she's able to be my therapist sometimes. Not all the time, okay, because sometimes, you need your own therapist and I need my own. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to say this. I don't know why she always trying to throw shade on her wife. Like, what's it? And it was like
I know I'm a bit much. I was talking about myself.
It was a low-key Lord sometimes. I was like,
I was trying to give her a little bit of grace because I know I'd be a little bit, I'd be a little overwhelming sometimes when it comes to her being my therapist. I talk a lot. That's why I got the show. You feel me? So her sometimes, it's a little different. You know what I mean? Like anyway, because y'all took that the wrong way. Okay. But you are my,
right
you.
The view's right here.
To me, what the fuck?
Because I see your face.
Right
I see your face.
You can do a confessions of shade later on.
He got my nerves. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, okay. But her being my partner is everything. Like, and her being able to have us pour into each other, and even us to be able to acknowledge, like, what's going on with each other. Like, it's important. And that's another reason why communication, we always talk about communication, is so important. So even with her even with our the issues that we may deal with on our own.
Try clean it up. The viewers heard you and I heard you, but carry on.
I'm sorry. Even with her lack of having a father in her life.
That's not tea, by the way, viewers. Either.
That's not tea. We've talked about this on prior shows.
The air just cleared up too for me. And I'm gonna leave it at that. The air is finally breathable.
Okay. Oh my God. It is a little clear here now.
Anywho, we move right along.
Because they're gonna be clear for long after the show. But no, I'm able to talk to her, and she's able to talk to me about those issues so that we can address them and we can deal with them. Because if we don't, then that is where you have unhealed trauma. That's when you have issues that arise, and that's when things, the relationship is harder, because sticking it through like our elders did, because my grandparents, both sets of my grandparents were married until they passed away.
Like, literally.
Like, they wrote it out. My parents, by Allah's mercy, they were married until my mom transitioned. Like there was no divorce. So
And the whole time, my grandfather and grandmother had separate significant
Sure.
others, and they brought them together, and we had Thanksgiving.
Damn.
no, mine didn't do
Dave
that.
Chappelle said, "Pimping is easy."
No, like we was one big whole happy family. My grandmother had her boyfriend, and you know, but
A
they
friend
did.
of mine's told me, she said she threatened them or, no, a friend of mine's or whatever. I was talking to her a while ago. She told me, she was like, I think she said her aunt shot the uncle. Something, yo, but they, you know, and then the grandmother made this, and it was like, look, this is what's going down. You gonna get in the body. You can, yo, I ain't crazy. Back then, they was on it back then. They was like, look, check this out.
Yeah.
This ain't that. This is that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why
I'm calling
I
the police.
When my grandmother
Shoot
died,
me,
that's
I'm
when
calling the
they divorced.
police. I don't care. I don't care. I'm calling the police.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't care.
Calling the law. You are the law, so you gonna call yourself.
You know, I blacked out. I don't know how that bullet got into his neck.
Oh my
I'm
God.
still calling the police.
F-130.
F1
F1 in the group chat. F1 in the group chat. Okay, F1 in that group chat over there. Okay, so let's just go as we bring this show to a close. I'm just curious to hear what is one of the issues that you could see that would arise in a relationship with a woman who has daddy issues. Just one.
Expectancy of me, even after I acknowledge I can't, because
I know you lying.
I'm not Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Some people may feel like it, but to have a level of expectancy and I'm clear on I can't or I don't want to is, you know, that's a big thing for me.
Does that make you have a desire, like let's just say the expectancy that a woman would have for you, be it whether she has daddy issues because she had this treatment before from her father or she lacked that treatment and desires it from you, does that make you have a desire to at least try and meet that expectation, or does it cause you to have frustration in a relationship?
So I can answer that in two ways, and it kind of still gonna fall back to the frustration because at some point you can't dive into everything that comes your way because you don't want to accept it. Sometimes you just got to give zero fucks and allow it to roll in over to the silent frustration. But that is the reason why I have been trying to figure out my way of finding peace.
Yeah.
Gaming, gun range,
Yeah.
show, you know what I mean? So, yeah. It's that expectancy for sure.
Same for you.
Well, you gotta answer
again.
Yes, don't try this. Yo, here we go. Yo, like, yo, I got
I've
you.
been half-stepped all night,
Yeah,
like literally, like I
ask
ain't
the question, host.
literally. What you mean?
It's the same question.
Okay.
I apologize, baby, love of my life.
Girl, get off. Go ahead with yourself. Go ahead.
Okay, so name one thing, one trait that one issue that could arise with a woman who has daddy issues in a relationship.
Trauma. Past trauma. Because sometimes just because you have your father in your life doesn't mean it was a good relationship. So even though you have you have your dad in the house, it's still, he might be having traits that's unhealthy, but you still gravitate to those traits because that's who you have in your life as a man.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can she get a follow-up question? She asked me one.
No, I just asked you one.
Oh, she asked me two follow-up questions.
Yeah, two.
No.
Yeah, you did. It was two. But go ahead.
Carry on.
My co-host tonight or something else, okay? Because this is why I'm going straight to you real quick. Because I just want to know how, because that was how, like, if you have that issue, how are you going to deal with that? As opposed to leaving,
Like not
because we're
having
talking
that.
about staying. We're talking about sticking it through. So if we have that issue, or if a viewer was to have that issue in a relationship and be dealing with that, um, how would how would you deal with it?
Not having a great relationship with
The parent? No, if that is
as a father.
no. Okay, so the original question is, what issue could arise?
Okay, right.
And so the issue that could arise would be her expectancy of you,
Right.
which would cause you to then get frustrated
And have zero fucks.
and have zero fucks. However, that will cause issues in your relationship. So if you're sticking it out, then there has to be another way that we deal with this. Because she clearly has.
That that I would be interested in sticking it out. How you know
I
it's
thought we
not.
were sticking it out. I thought, no? Are we not?
That's back in the day.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
we
back
were
in the
just
day.
talking
We
here
made that
today.
shit clear,
We
right?
here
Yeah, we
today.
made that shit clear.
We here today.
It could be a matter
It's
of just simply
2025,
buying time.
like,
Ain't nobody
yeah.
saying nothing about
Ain't
whatever.
damn, you
The
know?
name of the game, baby, is
Period.
chess.
Oh, Mary had a little lamb.
Okay.
It's chess, baby, not checkers. Now people might
Period.
still be out there playing checkers,
Well,
but trust me, I'm out there. What they're doing is backgammon or whatever, backgammon. Shit.
okay, we're not talking it out. Okay, and then I was going to follow up with you and say, okay, if trauma arises and
Go ahead.
Spit that shit, fam.
you
From
showing
around
it
the way.
off a
Go
lot
ahead. We are
tonight.
public.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
and I'm
back
a
up.
witness.
Go ahead, and he a witness. Go ahead, back about me like that,
What?
Mom.
Okay. You okay?
Go
All right.
ahead, though.
Anyway, how would you deal with that? How would you deal with that if trauma arose in a relationship with someone who had daddy issues? How are you dealing with that? Are you sticking it out? Because I don't know. He's not sticking it out. Are you sticking it out?
It depends on.
Girl, you sticking it out. What do you mean depends on
We're
what?
not talking about me and you,
Oh,
ma'am.
true. Sorry.
See, that's
Back
the thing.
up.
People always think that
The
it's about
hell
you.
is
We just having a
going on?
conversation.
I'm messing with her,
Yeah.
y'all. I'm messing
Tap
with
into
you.
the conversation.
I don't have daddy issues, so clearly. But go ahead.
So, the way that I would deal with that, first and foremost, it depends on how far along we're in the relationship. If we're not that far along in a relationship, baby, I'm going to say,
Abort.
you need a little therapy. It was nice knowing you. I appreciate the love. The meal was definitely good, and I'm going to see you later. All right. Now,
Okay.
if we were like further along and you start displaying signs of daddy issues, I would be like, yeah, it's time to go to therapy.
Okay.
We need to get this dealt with because we can't continue going any further with these daddy issue problems.
Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to ask y'all about the mommy issues from a man
Yeah,
because
it's
clearly neither one of you have ever been in a relationship with a man. So I'm just going to.
True.
So what I would just say is, if a situations did arise with men that had mommy issues, which is why I'm now sitting next to a woman. So I'm just kidding, but no, honestly, I'm just gonna give a little teeny piece of advice for a woman, any woman that is in a relationship or with a man who has mommy issues. If you notice them early on, then you need to address them early on. You need to have a conversation about it. You need to be very, very vocal about it, and not in a disrespectful way, not in an offensive way, but you need to acknowledge it because it's not going to go away. Mommy issues or any issue that arises that makes you uncomfortable is something that needs to be addressed before you go any further into the relationship. Looking for it to change just over time is like unicorns. It's not. It doesn't exist. It won't happen. So my advice would be to communicate how you feel, and don't look for them to change because you're saying something. Look for them to change because they have acknowledged that there may be an issue and that they need to work on some things. Don't think that you can change them because you cannot, and do not step into the role of being their mom. We love as women to be caregivers. We love to be nurturing. We love to be, oh, let me make sure he has everything he needs, because we want to make sure that our man is taken care of and he feels love and he feels comforted. Well, if it's a man that has mommy issues, and you might be doing a little bit too much and you may be confusing him. So that's why it's important for you to pay attention. Red flags are red flags for a reason. It's for you to stop, pay attention, and pull it together. So my advice would be, don't go any forward. That's my take on that. And again, even after all we said, I believe that the mommy issues would be worse and harder to deal with than a woman with daddy issues.
I agree because I definitely agree, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna be rolling out with these shirts soon. I'll be rolling out with these shirts soon. Different flavors, different styles.
Different flavors.
You can reach me at
Under Armour Scully Koofy.
443-900.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
4145.
Don't do it.
Again, that number is 443-900-4145. I'm gonna be teaming up with
get out of my face.
Pink Armory. I'm gonna be teaming up with Pink Armory again. And we're going to be doing a lot of collaborative things as far as doing firearm classes and gun safety classes. Mm-hmm. But again, you can inbox me. I'm working on rolling out the shirts. It pretty much says, believing in the law is one thing, but I also believe in being armed. That's my tidbit.
Love that.
And sliding off more.
And the shirt really is dope. I cannot wait to see the different flavors that you come out with, because the words are definitely powerful. You need to be believed in being armed as well, and getting licensed. And we offered free gun safety classes for families through the Voice of Children Suffering in Silence Outreach Center, which is located here in Baltimore City. We did not have anybody sign up, so we're praying that some people will sign up for next month, because we'll continue to offer it, because gun safety, just like becoming armed legally, is important so that you can protect yourself and your families. Locking those guns up and keeping them safe out of the hands of children and people who should not have them is also very important. And learning about gun safety is extremely important for the entire family. So, yeah. But okay, that's my take. Please go follow the Voice of Children Suffering in Silence. I'm gonna put that in here, and if you'd like to sign up for one of the classes, you can do so by inboxing me or inboxing Brother Jolly. Also, we got puppy up sessions. Puppies are available. Go to puppy up sessions. I'm serious. Look, do you want the puppies to say?
Puppy up sessions.
No, baby, come on, this is your show.
Anything? Yo just said puppy obsession. She want them fucking dogs.
Go. Please. Mental health is definitely important. Please be aware. Love on yourself. Check on yourself. Ground yourself.
Amen to that.
Pray. Take yourself out on some dates.
Don't I?
Get some therapy. And stay guarded. Stay guarded.
Stay guarded. I love that. And I know right now, in the therapy world, there's a high demand for therapists right now. So it's a lot of people on waiting lists to get into therapy. And if you're somebody who has tried to get into therapy and you are on a waiting list, understand that God is an amazing therapist as well. So have some conversations with God. I have the best conversations with God, and it truly helps me. This week alone, it's helped me tremendously. So, we pray, and prayer is everything, but go ahead and have some private conversations with God about whatever it is that you're going through, so that you can have some clarity. Get you a nice book. As a matter of fact, I have a gift for someone tonight. It's a journal, and I've been saying I was going to gift this to somebody. So I'm going to see who's been really commenting, who's been in here, who's really who shared the live. If you shared the live, you commented, and you inbox me after the show and say, hey, I need this gift. You got it. Okay. All right, y'all. This is the Recipe Podcast. We will see you next Thursday. Brother Jay was not in the building tonight. He is going through a little something, but he should be back with us next Thursday. But I'm happy to have my co-host back in the seat with me because I missed him last week, Brother Jolly, and of course my beautiful angry wife right now, Shay from
She
round
ain't
the
gonna be
way.
angry. This ad about to get toxic, and I'm gonna have to vacate the premises. So she be alright. Give her about a few minutes or so. She'll be right at it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Give us a couple minutes, guys. We'll get our situated back up with the camera as soon as they put the money.